everybody. How you doing?
Hi, everybody.
Well, we have some news to report.
We do?
We do. By now, everybody's seen the new website.
Uh-huh.
And we've been really getting a lot of response from it, so thank you all.
Yes, thank you so much.
And, of course, if you're listening to this right now, you've also seen Beth at her coming out party.
Is that what it is?
And, thank you, everybody, for the support. You've been sending the letters about that. We've gotten about 50 so far.
Yeah, it's been wonderful because, as you know now, I am a very private person. And this little, if you want to call it a... What do you call it, Lee?
Your endearing quirk.
Okay, there you go.
Your special talent.
And that is something that I've had all my lifetime.
So anyway,
But,
there's a film that explains it on the website, and it's up now. So if you'll go and take a look at it.
Yeah, and thank you for your encouragement and your support because it was something that definitely.
Well, we kind of tested the waters. We did a live appearance last week, and of course we're doing another one tonight. And you kind of threw up a trial balloon with it, and the crowd went nuts in a good way.
Yeah, it was good.
There was some oohs and ahs, and then I think we were there longer after the show than we were the whole show.
And
just talking to everybody who wanted to weigh in on it.
It couldn't have been done if there wasn't support behind it. There really couldn't because, again, as you know. And
ultimately, the people who benefit from it are, in fact, all of you out there.
Yeah.
So if you could just open your mind a little bit and see what Beth has to offer with her special talents of infusion.
And thanks, Lee.
For what?
For being the one to give me quite a few little nudges on it.
Well, it's time has come. Period.
That's right. Okay.
So anyway, hey, we've got some really good questions. We do every week. I always say that we've got really good questions. Like that's news. You guys really send in wonderful, wonderful questions. Keep them coming. Also, good problem to have. For those of you who have been sending kind of off-the-air questions on certain, little matters that with the law of attraction you want to deal with, believe me, you're in line. We don't let anybody answer those questions. We don't let anybody see those questions.
That's right.
So work with us on it and be a little patient. We will get an answer back to you. We promise.
We sure will.
It's something that we do.
We really try to keep it personal, and so
they take time.
Well, there's been word about that maybe we should put an auto response on.
No way.
And we had talked about it, and so Janet fields them over and gets them all together for us, but we want to keep it personal.
Yeah, absolutely. And again, when you send us an email like that, nobody looks at it but us.
That's right.
Janet moves them over to the right box, but she doesn't look at them.
Yeah. So anyway.
Because if she did, she'd probably have the wisest answers of all of us.
Yeah, maybe so.
Put us out of a job. All right. So let's. I have a question for you, Beth, and this comes from Betty. Betty lives in Wisconsin.
Hi, Betty.
And she says, "What does it mean to change my perception? How do I do that?"
Yeah, it's funny. It seems so easy to do. Well, it can be and can't be, can it, Lee?
That's true.
So, changing your perception is one of the keys to practicing the law of attraction intentionally. Changing your perception means to change what you see with your physical eyes to what you want to see with your inner eyes. And by changing your perception and how you think and feel, the changed perception, if you keep it in the now, it will come to you because you're focusing on what you desire. So, let's start here. Let's say you see a homeless person on the corner and you see with your physical eyes that he's homeless and he's dirty and you're embarrassed to even look at him. You're sure that if you give him some money, he is going to blow it on alcohol or drugs. This is your physical perception. Now go into the inner perception. Have you walked in his shoes? Do you really have any idea who he is? Maybe he needs a $5 bill to eat, but maybe he needs someone to just say hello so that he doesn't feel invisible. He doesn't seem to be dirty now. He may have a life that you have no idea what he is living. Maybe he just lost his wife and couldn't handle it. You don't know. By changing your perception, you have changed that homeless person into a human being in your eyes. Change your perceptions and realize that we are all the same inside. By changing the perception and not judging, you will attract just that. Every day, people have perceptions of others and they don't have a clue as to who that person is unless they have walked in their shoes. By changing the perception, you're becoming a more accepting and loving individual, and that is right by any means, but it will help you attain your own desires. Take your own life, for example. Do you have perceptions of yourself that aren't really true? Do you judge yourself and don't give yourself a chance? Change your perceptions of yourself and act as if they are part of you and always have been, and then, via the universe, they will be. I hope that kind of helps a little with that example.
I think it does, because it's something that we can see on a daily basis.
It's true.
You know, we see that all the time, and so I think if we give examples based on things that are common for everybody out there, you know, that they experience, then maybe they can find the truer law of attraction definition of what that is.
Well, everybody inside is the same. And when you have a perception of yourself, you look in that mirror and you say things like, oh, God, I'm so, you know, whatever so is. Change your perception and see who you really are inside, which is a beautiful individual, a beautiful being. So, okay.
Got one for me?
I got one for you.
Thank you.
This is from Ronaldo in Manila.
Ooh, all the way in the Philippines.
That's it.
Hello, Ronaldo.
Hi, Ronaldo. Last week, I had experiences of angry and frustrated people. My family, my coworkers, and anyone else you could think of. I don't think I deserve any of the anger shot at me. Can you explain why this happens?
Sure.
Go for it, Lee.
Boy, and that's what it feels like sometimes, huh? Anger is shot at you.
You feel it in the back of your head.
Yeah. Well, Ronaldo, you probably aren't going to want to hear this, but everything comes from what you're focusing on. So when you add to the recipe, it will manifest into quite a week. There's a good thought that comes out of this, and that would be that you have the power to change it. So you got to start with yourself. Why are you manifesting anger and frustration? Take a look at your own life for those answers. No blame or what the heck am I doing, but just find out what the root of it is. The others in your life are also attracting the anger and the frustration, and the universe is aligning all of you together. So find out what the root of it is for yourself and weed it out. And when you see why it is all happening this way, you can break the chain of anger and the frustration. So start with you, and don't worry about the anger that surrounds you. They have become a part of your world, and you have the ability to create the world of ease and kindness that's not a part of. So when you've done that, you'll move away from those thoughts and feelings, and your life will begin to become easier and quieter. Are you frustrated with your life? You know, what's the deeper thing? Are you frustrated that you aren't getting what you've asked for? Are you impatient? If this is the case, these are the emotions that are strong enough to bring you a week of misery, if not more.
It's true.
So you're just you, Ronaldo, are gonna have to break the chain. You don't need anyone to break it for you. Only you. Are you feeling like people are taking advantage of you? Okay, so you're attracting victimization. And if you stop that, it won't manifest any further. But if you do, it's just going to manifest just more frustration and anger. You know, so really that's it in a nutshell. Ronaldo, you've got the power. Like the song says, you got the power. You really do.
And don't feel blame about it, because
no, of course not.
There's always that, oh my gosh, I'm attracting all this. What am I doing wrong? You know, we
it's
hear
not
that
about
a
that.
lot.
It's not about that.
It really isn't. Take charge of it and go, okay, fine. I'm going to find out what is causing this. Why is this going on with all this anger and frustration around me? And I'm telling you, you'll always find it within yourself.
You will. That's a promise.
You can always turn it around.
Because Beth just said so.
Oh, well, no.
All right, folks. Well, thanks again for a wonderful week.
Thank you.
We really appreciate it. Looking forward to the show tonight that we're going to be appearing at in Oregon.
Yep.
And it's in the Portland area. And we just really thank you all, and we'll see you next week. And make sure you stop by the website and check out Beth's video.
Okay.
Okay. Bye-bye.